Hey, hi guys, how you doing? This is Heka. I'm making this video because literally, I'm gonna have to start making some video for gaming until maybe after the wipe or 5 Online or other the open betas comes out. Then I want to play, but at the moment I'm going back to my studies and I had to, um, what do we call those? Since I'm actually studying English again, I'm secluding myself from the world, separating myself, secluding myself, whichever it is the best to use this sentence, from the world, and putting my head down and back into the books of studies. First, I have to go back into graphic design. Second, I have to go back to computer programming. Third, I have to refine the skills of making computer for basically computer hardware, for build it up more computers or even build it up and sell or resell those. Since I heard, I'm not 100% sure, I heard Newegg is getting a little bit better on the pricing after something happened in the Philippines, was it? Taiwan? There was a tsunami or something like that, and it destroyed a bunch of the factories. So all the price of the hardware was high up, and that business was going to go down. So I couldn't build up computers in Springfield. So, and that's not where I live anymore, so you can't find me. Um, so I have to get back into those, and mainly I have to go back into English, since that's one of my hugest weakness was English. I'm Spanish, so I had to go back to the basics and the beginnings of everything that I have studied in the past history. One of the things that I was giving a long, long time ago when I was around 18 years old was a book. It's a spell book, and in here, especially I'm showing you through here, it's a spell check, spell guide to more than 40,000 words. So what I do is I'm using it kind of different, not the way the book is intended me to use it. I'm going by order, and yes, I'm actually going to go through everything in here. So I'm gonna go from the first word. Let me open up my notebook in here. So I'm gonna go for the first word, like of arc, and then I'm gonna go for the meaning, which is nocturnal bad size borrowing, mammal for tongues, mammal of tongues, feeding an ant. No, wait, I'm sorry. Is a nocturnal badger side borrowing mammal of Africa with long-eared, toothed snout and long and sensitive tongue, feeding on ants and termites. Went a little bit too fast there. Um, and then we have abaca, abak, abeft, abalone, which I thought I was spelling it right. I was actually, I mean, pronouncing it right, but I was actually pronouncing it wrong. I was saying abalone. It has the word alone in it, but not like, you can't just because it has a word alone in it doesn't mean you can actually say it that way. So I'm going back to the study of these, and the right word pronunciation for it was abalone. Then I have another word that I actually never heard of, like a base, a bash, and a bait, an abatement, and a bator, like a slaughterhouse and all that stuff. So I'm going back to this, back to the beginning, try to learn all the spelling so I can know how to write it. I know the meaning when someone actually says it, and I know how to pronounce it. Which I actually can go to Google, and if you go to Google and you put a meaning in a word, which is this is awesome. You put the word in there, and it has a little sound. Like, I don't know if you actually can see this in here. No, you can't. At the bottom right of my computer has like a little sound for the microphone and for hearing. You press that and it'll spell it for you. And as soon as you say it, it'll say aardvark or abak or abaka. It's very funny, but it allowed me at least to pronunciate it. Another thing is that I'm using is this person's channel, which is English with Jennifer. Very, very awesome. Which I'm actually going to go back to the beginning. I'm not going to act like a little bit selfish and no, conceited, and be like, oh, I know these how to say this and all that stuff. No, I'm going back to the basics of everything. So I went down to the videos. Where is the first video? Is it here somewhere? Ah, I think it was here. Oh, maybe hmm. I know I had it before I put up the video, and I know I didn't change anything. Oh, here it is. That's why. So I've been hearing the two. And English writing skills. One is sentence punctuation, contraction, commas, and capital letter. And then I keep going, moving forward. Finish with her with her presentation, and then I'll go back to the beginning and see the other stuff like useful expression, learning English with Jennifer, greeting thoughts, learning English, and all that stuff. So I'm going back to my study, and that's why I'm actually stopping making videos for video game, and I think I'm also going to go back a little bit to my hobby. I used to play piano since at the age of 9 all the way to the age of 21. Around 22, 23, I was like, just using it for loss. But it was just a hobby. It was supposed to be my career, but at the age of 18, new stuff started come out. Computers started to get even better. The programming for computers to make music, and the synthesizers were just popping up out of everywhere. Very, very cool things. Things that you can literally just write it and not have to play it. The computer can play it for you perfectly and sounds better than you. And the competition was way too high. But it wasn't actually a big thing out there in the world. It's really hard to make money with it. So I went back to computer programming and computer engineering and computer hardware and software. So I had to go back to those two. Also, another thing that I was doing when I was young, because I always wanted to, like, one of my idol was John Wayne. Basically, The Rock. He was my idol, and I always wanted to be like as strong as he is. So in the beginning, and I'll show you some pictures. In the beginning, I went into the store, bought everything that I could. Like, let me show you, as you guys can see this stuff right here. Yep, I bought the gold standard 100 pound your way, the Nox exploder, the glue tone power to recover, and I was going nuts on it. So in the beginning, I thought first, what I do, I go like a little bit cuttish and stuff like that. So I started doing things for making myself just kind of like cut. So what I was doing, I was starting in the beginning. Then I can't show you my face, sorry. Then I started like cutting just edges of myself, and I had a study. I had a body. One of the best book for bodybuilding. It was body body Bible. No, bodybuilding Bible for sculpture for men. It was a huge book, and I read the whole thing. It taught me almost everything that I should have known when I was in high school. In high school, I used to do push-ups every day, sit-ups every day. I used to do. I didn't work my back. I would try to do my bicep, and just lifting it up without contraction and flexing it basically. I was not focusing on it too. Like it's just a motion between A to B, and I seen progress, but it wasn't the perfect progress that I wanted to see. And at the same time, and put those in that those actually see my face, but you can't zoom in anyway. Um, you you can't actually progress without learning like some of the things that you should learn about your body, and the book really helped me out. So if you ever see it, I think it's bodybuilding sculpture for men, Bible for men. It's very huge, you can't miss it. It's like thick as probably from your paw, uh, no, your this paw, something like that, to all the way to the second line of the middle finger of yours, where it's like the little stretch line. I'm looking at myself pushing that forward. So I was studying with that, and I was going through all the things cut. And one of the guys told me that most of the time what they looking is kind of like a little bit bigger. Aesthetic wasn't the thing back then. It was actually bigger. So then I started saying to myself, okay, so I'll start adding a little more meat and maybe more defined, like around here and stuff like that. Then I'll work on my abs and stuff like that. And then I was told, that I needed to go bigger. I needed bigger. bigger. So I said to myself, are you serious? So I went ahead and well, I started getting bigger. So in here, I started working on my arm and getting bigger arm, and then just overall getting bigger. You know, the quite funny part about this is that you can actually find this picture somewhere in the site of uploads. I shouldn't have said that. So like here, here's two of the pictures that I was saying about. Like, no, this is one. So here's a huge book of graphic and computers, computer graphics, and halfway in the middle also has computer programming and software. You can tell this is old because you can see my Yu-Gi-Oh! 10 box when I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Man, I miss all my friends that used to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Hope this ever find this video so they can have a nostalgia. We used to play it right here. All this is a Yu-Gi-Oh cards and stuff like that. God damn, I hated my diploma. So yeah, this used to be my my quarter. Just to study. Here's the spell check book that I was talking about. I was actually on it, using it like crazy. And here is another picture. Where is it? That's the first picture. And if I go, please tell me I put the picture around here. Like, it would be stupid if I didn't grab it. No, I did not grab it. See, I thought I put it here and I didn't. Now I have to edit this video and look for it. Okay, I should be back from editing this part. What just happened before, it should have been edited out. And here it is. So I just see PC hardware, a computer, building the perfect PC, how computer works completely. I have to actually look into them. I don't know, it's kind of like small. So I had all these books, and I had this book. This I have a book filled up. I have to go get it too because since I have had all the notes in there, and I used to hit myself into the books and like never do anything but the books. Book. And my piano is sitting right in the back, the same piano that you see right here when I used to play the piano and all that. That's pretty much it. My little story. That's something you right there that you may know about me. The last funny thing that I'm actually show you. Well, first of all, I'm going to show you the weights that I used to use. This it is. This cost me like $327 or $28 at Sears. And that's all I use. Is this free weights? That's all. And it was actually promoted as well from the bodybuilding school team Bible for Men, I think it was. And it was preferred that you do free weights because it emphasizes a lot of the muscles instead of isolating them. So I went crazy. I still have them. Yeah, right here in my right next to me. So that, and the last thing that I'm going to show you, I guess this little thing is a little biography, a little small things you guys should know about me, was on April Fool days. I sent a picture to some of my friends, and I said that I died. One of my old friend, used to be my best friend, helped me put the picture of faking my death. It's not quite funny when I send it, because some people actually would have, one person actually called the police, but I had to call out that everything is fine. So here it is. So there's a car. That's my friend's car. And we were throwing this away, and it's not dirty or anything. And we were throwing this away, and what I did is I put it in the ground. So it looks like, you know, somebody's about to wrap me, put me in a can, and ship me into the sea. And you can't see my face because I blur it out, but basically my glasses is crooked, and it looks like I really been effed up. and my eyes are down and straight, non-blinking, perfect death scene. But there's no blood. That's the only thing. I can only suggest that these part right here was probably blood. So I sent it to some of my friends and said, "Death has become him. Will it become you?" Fucking got in trouble for that, but it was worth it. So yeah, that's one other thing I wanted to show you. I literally faked my death for April Fool. Will not do it again. I definitely will not do it again. But one of my friends will definitely laugh at this if he sees this video, because pretty much it was hilarious. So yep, I just wanted to warn you guys. That's a little thing about me, but I definitely wanted to warn you guys that I'm stopping the videos for quite a while, maybe until IBM wipes. And I have to get back into the books, back into my studies. So have a wonderful day, enjoy your life, and I'll be seeing you.